We got a bicycle with a 24-inch diameter. So it's 24 inches across, and we could note that that means the radius is 12, right? The bicycle's traveling at 12 miles per hour. We're supposed to find the angular speed of the wheel in radians per minute. So to find an angular speed, that means we need to have radians in the top part of a fraction and the minute in the bottom part of a fraction. That's our goal. Let's see what we can do to reach that goal, radians. One thing that we know is that there are 2 pi radians, right over here, 2 pi radians for every 1 revolution of the wheel. Right, because 2 pi is the same thing as 360 degrees. Because radians are the circumference of the unit circle. So a circle with radius of 1. So if you go pi, you've gone halfway around the circle. 2 pi r, 2 pi times 1. 2 pi is 360 degrees. So you go 360 degrees every time you make 1 revolution. So I wrote that fraction down. That way I have radians in the top part of the fraction. Now I got to cancel out that word revolution with something. We know that we make 1 revolution. Every time we make 1 revolution, that's the same as 2 pi r inches. Okay, and I got that because the radius is 12. The circumference, 1 revolution of the circle, that's 2 pi r. That's the formula for the circumference of a circle. Okay. So that cancels out the word revolution. Now we've got the word inches in its place, so we're still not. We've got radians in the top, but we don't have minutes in the bottom. We need to have some sort of unit of time. So that's where we can start multiplying by 12 miles for every 1 hour. And I got that from this part of the question up here. Every time we go 12 miles, we've gone 1 hour. Now I have a unit of time in the bottom. The revolutions, the word revolutions are going to cancel out. Miles and inches don't cancel out, but we can fix that. See what I got in Google here. How many inches in a mile? Google tells me there's 63,360 inches in a mile. Can I copy this? Just trying to get myself more room to work here. Yeah, so on the bottom I still don't have minutes as in my time unit, but I'm about to get it, because now I can convert this to, I forgot what it was already, 63,360. So I'm going to multiply 63,360 to the number of miles, and that gives me inches. Okay, I think we're almost there. Like, the revolutions cancels out. We changed miles into inches. So if you go 12 miles and there's 63,360 inches in a mile, then 12 times 63,000, that's going to tell us how many inches. So those words are going to cancel out. So we're left with 2 pi times 12. Actually, so there's a 2 pi down here. That can cancel with this. That'll save us some work. So up top we have a 12 down up top and a 12 on bottom. I think that might have been a coincidence, or maybe that might be the way the problem's made out. If you don't have those cancel out, that's okay. You just got to keep those numbers in your fraction. So now we have 63,360 radians, because that was the unit that was left over in the numerator, which we want in the first place because our answer is radians per minute. And now we have 1 hour in the bottom. We're almost there. To convert from hours to minutes, we just need to multiply by 60. There's 60 minutes in an hour, right? So now we have the answer they're looking for, radians per minute. We can just simplify that. If you take 63,360 and divide it by 60, I get 1,056 radians per minute. So that's what we answer here, 1,056 radians per minute. And then another question says, how many revolutions per minute do the wheels make? So we travel 1,056 radians for 1 minute. That's what we just got. And now we just need to work our way backwards. There's, what did we say? We make one revolution, because that's the question. It says, how many revolutions do we make? Well, we make one revolution every time we go 2 pi radians. That way my radians units cancels out. So we go 1,056 revolutions for 2 pi minutes. And then to simplify that with a calculator, you can just do 1056, divide by 2, and then divide it by pi, which is, I think I got a button here. So how many decimal places do they want? 3 decimal places. So 168.068. 168.068 when I round up. 168.068. That's how many that's revolutions for 1 minute. Okay, so that's the answer they want for that second part.